Have you ever noticed what your cat does when you walk out of the room? Not the big moments, but the small ones, the quiet shift of their body, the way their eyes linger on the door long after you're gone, the faint twitch of a tail as silence fills the space. Most people think cats are indifferent creatures, happy to be left alone. But that's one of the greatest myths of all. Cats may not cry at the door or howl like dogs, but they feel absence deeply, in ways that are silent, ancient, and impossibly tender. When you step away, your cat doesn't just see you leaving a room, they feel the temporary loss of their favorite rhythm. Before we dive in, if you have more than one cat, or even just one who rules your heart, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who loves their cat as much as you do. Because the more we understand their hearts, the deeper our connection becomes. Let's keep learning the language of cats together. As a cat behavior specialist with over 20 years of experience, I can tell you this: cats don't express love the way we expect. They express it through behavior patterns, subtle, ritualistic acts that reveal the depth of their bond with you. And when you start to notice these signs, you'll realize something extraordinary. Your cat doesn't simply like your presence, they depend on it emotionally. So today, let's uncover the 10 hidden signs that your cat truly misses you when you leave the room, the signs that speak the quiet language of feline love. Sign 1. The doorway watcher. When you leave, your cat often positions itself near the doorway or corridor you walked through. It may sit, lie down, or simply stand still, eyes fixed on the direction you disappeared. To an untrained eye, it seems like coincidence. But what's actually happening is a behavior rooted in attachment. Cats are visual communicators, and in the wild, colony members who cared for one another maintained visual contact even during short separations. Your cat waiting by the door is not idle, it's a silent ritual of loyalty. They are holding your last known location in their mind, keeping a visual bond with where you were last seen. Some cats even tilt their ears or swivel their heads toward the faintest sound of your return. This simple act of watching is your cat's way of saying, "I'm still here, and I'll be right here when you come back." Sign 2. The spot of memory. After you leave a space, your bed, your chair, even the bathroom mat, your cat often moves into that exact spot within minutes. This isn't about warmth or convenience, it's about scent memory. Your scent carries emotional significance to your cat. When they sit where you sat, they are not taking your place, they are preserving it. Your scent releases calming pheromones that reduce feline anxiety, and that's why many cats nap in their owner's chair when they're away. It's not ownership, it's comfort. Think of it as a form of invisible touch. Your cat can't see or hear you, but through scent, it can still feel you. That space becomes a temporary bridge between your presence and your absence, a silent reassurance that their human still exists somewhere close. Sign 3. The soft call. If your cat meows after you leave the room, even softly, you're hearing one of the most intimate forms of communication a cat can offer. Adult cats rarely meow to each other. That sound was developed purely for humans. So when your cat calls out to you, it's not out of boredom. It's an emotional tether. They're sending out a vocal thread, hoping you'll answer back and reaffirm connection. Studies show that cats recognize their owner's voice distinctly and experience physical calming responses when they hear it. So when you respond with even a single word, their body relaxes, their world feels right again. That little meow is your cat's way of saying, "I still sense you. Talk to me so I know I'm safe." Sign 4. The silent shadow. If your cat follows you from room to room, even without engaging, you're witnessing attachment in its purest form. They're not following because they need anything. They're following because your movement regulates their emotional world. In feline social groups, trusted companions often maintain sight distance. It's a survival instinct that evolved into a symbol of connection. Your cat tracking your footsteps is its way of staying within your emotional orbit. They may sit near the doorway of each room you enter, not too close, not too far, just near enough to know where you are. It's a quiet companionship that says, "I don't need to be in your arms, I just need to be near your presence." Sign 5. The phantom routine. Cats are deeply ritualistic creatures. They memorize your patterns, the time you wake, the sound of your morning routine, the specific cadence of your footsteps. When you break that rhythm or leave suddenly, it creates a small emotional imbalance in them. You might notice your cat wandering, pacing, or sitting still as if waiting for something. That something is you. They're recalibrating their day around your absence, trying to restore order in a world that briefly lost its rhythm. When you return and resume your habits, you'll often see them settle immediately. That's not coincidence. It's their nervous system realigning with your predictable energy. You are quite literally their sense of stability made human. Sign 6, the greeting ceremony. When you come back into the room, watch closely how your cat greets you. The raised tail, the side rub, the slow blink, all of it is part of a well-rehearsed ritual. Cats have glands along their face, tail, and flanks that release bonding pheromones. When they rub against your legs or hands, they're not marking ownership, they're reaffirming family. It's a reintroduction of shared scent, a way to say, you're mine and I'm yours. The slow blink is the pinnacle of trust. When a cat closes its eyes in your presence, it's surrendering vigilance, the ultimate sign of emotional safety. These greetings may seem small, but to your cat, they are sacred. Every blink, every brush, every stretch of the tail is a line in the love language you share. Sign 7, the toy offering. Sometimes, when you leave and return, you might find your cat has moved or placed a toy near where you sit or sleep. To many, it seems random, but in feline behavior, gift-giving is a rare and profound gesture. In the wild, mother cats bring prey to their kittens both to feed them and to teach care. Domestic cats transfer this instinct to their humans. When they bring you a toy, they're symbolically nurturing you, keeping you part of their family structure. When this happens during or after your absence, it's their version of saying, I remembered you while you were gone, and I wanted to share something with you. Accept it with warmth. It's not about the toy, it's about trust, continuity, and belonging. Sign 8, the night watch. Many cats exhibit a subtle but deeply meaningful behavior during your absence, especially at night, the vigil. They may patrol the hallway, sleep near your door, or curl up close to the edge of your bed, facing the direction you usually appear from. This isn't just habit, it's protection. In the wild, cats in social colonies kept watch while others rested. When your cat does this, it's fulfilling that ancient role of guardian. They're not waiting for food or movement, they're guarding your absence. They ensure the home, and by extension you, remain safe. It's their quiet declaration of love through vigilance, one they'll never boast about, but one that speaks volumes when you wake to find them there, still keeping watch. Sign 9, the emotional mirror. Cats are emotional barometers. They absorb and reflect the moods of their humans. When you leave the room in frustration or sadness, your cat often mirrors that energy. They may retreat, lower their tail, or become still. When you leave calmly, they remain at peace. This mirroring isn't imitation, it's empathy. Cats synchronize their emotional rhythms with the people they bond with. So your tone, pace, and energy before you leave influence their internal world long after you're gone. Leaving with gentle reassurance, a calm voice, and a predictable routine teaches them that absence isn't danger. Over time, they internalize this as emotional safety, knowing you always leave with love and return with peace. Sign 10, the reunion of scent. When you finally return after being away, even for just a short time, your cat's first instinct is to smell you. You may notice them sniffing your clothes, your hands, your hair. They're not just being curious, they're re-establishing connection. Smell is the most powerful emotional trigger in a cat's brain. It tells them where you've been, who you've been with, and most importantly, that you're back in their territory, their world. This sensory reconnection resets their emotional chemistry. It's the feline version of a hug, invisible but powerful. Each inhale tells them that their favorite scent, their emotional anchor, has returned. And in that moment, all the waiting, all the silence, all the stillness dissolves into quiet relief. At the end of the day, your cat's love doesn't look like ours. It doesn't shout, it doesn't chase, and it doesn't beg. It watches, it remembers, it waits. Every slow blink, every quiet follow, every time they curl into the place you just left, those are their ways of saying I missed you. They love through silence and routine, through the steady trust that you'll always come back. And maybe that's the most beautiful kind of love there is, the kind that doesn't need words, just presence. So the next time you walk out of a room and see your cat sitting there, still as a whisper, eyes soft and full of something you can't quite name, don't just smile and walk away. Pause, because in that small, silent moment, Your cat is saying everything that matters. You are home, and they are waiting.